All right, Scorp, let me just say that this is not fair. I don't think that it's fair, and I don't think that it's right that you're changing your course of direction because of other people influencing you. So jealousy, envy, punishment, and changing course, and then you have centering. Jealousy is very specifically about other people wanting to punish you for the good things that you have in your life. This isn't about you being jealous of anybody. It's about what is being done to you that is changing your course. And the thing is that people would not be jealous if your life was shitty. Do you understand what I'm saying? Things are going good for you. You have made different choices in your life that have set you on a course towards your own happiness. But because of the people that are around you, they don't see it that way. They see it as you doing negative things, and they want to punish you for that. And it's making you change your mind. Centering is a warning. It is a warning telling you that you need to stay on the course that you have set for yourself. Do not own other people's problems or emotions. They do not belong to you. Know the difference between what is yours and what is not. Centering says you gain strength to act as opposed to react to external influences, jealousy being that external influence. Somebody is not happy with the things that you are doing and the good things that are coming into your life. And rather than being happy for you, they would rather you change your course because they are not happy. But stay centered and stay strong. Stay true to yourself and where you want to go. Don't allow other people's crap to be thrown onto you, because I feel like you're carrying what is not yours. It doesn't belong to you. All right, Scorp, here we go. Here's your overall. Yeah, the Five of Wands, strife. So this is combative energy for me. It's always, somebody not seeing things the way that you do. And it's like there's this constant battle of like, I almost feel like you're in a position where you feel like you have to explain yourself. And that's where it becomes petty. But it's somebody constantly like standing in the way and getting you engaged in this kind of battle where things are getting heated, right? When do things start to explode? And I would say that with this being the overall, don't get involved. Scorp, don't get involved. It's not the Five of Swords here where it's like do or die, but this is like somebody who is trying to keep you entrapped in this kind of like pettiness. It is not your responsibility to explain yourself to another person if they don't get it. In the past, strength, and you need to pull back on that strength. That's why it's coming through. And it's not about reserving yourself, and it's not about forcing anything, but it's like inner resolve. And I think that's what a lot of you need right now, but it's like somebody is weakening that strength or trying to, or intentionally trying to bring you down, In the present, the Princess of Swords. I don't like this. Bothers me. But I want to see what's going on in your environment. I never liked the Page of Swords anyway. Little fucking bastard. Let me calm down. The Page of Swords could be about upsetting communication. It's always the news you don't want to hear. But it is about dealing with it with intelligence and grace. You're being given an opportunity here to deal with whatever setbacks are coming through. Unfortunately, with the Five of Wands, we're talking about gossip and rumors, I think. And where you have been keeping yourself out of it, it's like it's still at your doorstep and you don't want to be involved. But you may have to shut it down, but I feel like this is intentional to like weaken you. Now, for some of you, it's getting caught up in this kind of pettiness where, it's just something that is so minor that it's causing you problems, but it has the potential to escalate if, you're not holding on to that strength to continue. And allowing this situation to affect you to the point where you give up. I worry about this Page of Swords here. What is this upsetting news? What is this bullshit that's being spread? And again, that's only going to be for some of you, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all, because I get this really heavy feeling that things are not fair. Things are not fair, and people are not being held accountable for their own wrongdoing. And it's funny, I'm saying this, and I swear to God that I just said it like not that long ago. Future conditions, the Eight of Wands. You know, I look at this and I think that this is because I feel like not only are things changing quickly, it is fast moving energy, swiftness, but this is also you taking direct action immediately. And it's almost like whoever is standing in your way, or whatever is standing in your way, they can't stop the progress that's been started. You know, because I think of the Eight of Wands, and we're getting everything lined up and ready to go. Everything is on its parallel course. You know, and no matter how hard other people try, or how hard, you know, these situations like try to block your path, it can't stop the progress that's already been started. But you also need to know when to act. You know, if it requires you to take immediate action to stop this situation from escalating, it may be that, you know, you're going to have to take swift action toward this. You know, for some of you with the Page of Swords, it could literally be like court documents showing up, right? Things that you don't want to deal with, but it's nothing major. It's something small that is meant to inconvenience you and put a block in your path. But the progress can't be stopped. That's what I feel like with the Eight of Wands. Oh boy. Judgment. Oh God, I hate this card. And it's not a bad card, but I don't like it. Something is going to be coming up that you're going to be forced to have to review in order to make peace with it and close the door. Now, it could be, though, Scorp, that it's time for you to take swift action to close the door on this, because it may be that somebody else is continuously dredging up the past and wanting to prevent you from moving forward because of something that may have happened in the past. And it may be that you do have to make amends for something. But we're not looking at justice here. We're looking at intentionally causing conflict. And that's my problem with this. This is something that should not be resurrected. It's done. You know, and I almost feel like this is you saying your last piece on it. And it's like, you know, fine, if you want to go over this, let's go over it. But, you know, we're going to point out everything here. We're laying everything out. You really want to dredge this shit up? Let's go. That's what I feel like, because you're holding your own here with the Five of Wands. You know, the progress can't be stopped. But for a lot of you, though, this could be, look, Scorpio, you need to see this. You need to get this wake-up call on this and what you have in your life right now that is trying to diminish the strength that you're coming in with. You may have been refusing to see that in certain people before, which can be the case. You know, especially if you're dealing with somebody who is mentally immature with the Page of Swords, purposely using information for their own gain. That is the Page of Swords. Somebody may be spreading information that is not exactly the truth. And it may be that you need to clear things up, but it's now to the point where it's like, you know what? It's none of your business, and I'm shutting the door on it. The progress that's started can't be stopped by you. Wow, man. And your environment, the Eight of Pentacles. So this is about the hard work and the effort that you have been putting into either yourself, into your work, what you are trying to accomplish. And this is also about paying attention to the details. And here's the other thing. And this is what I'm getting from this, especially with judgment being your best path to follow. If somebody wants to pass judgment on you, let's look at the details of everything. I really think that somebody is playing with fire for real when it comes to you. They can say what they want, but we can open up the floodgates on the truth here. And we can put that to work, right? But it doesn't matter. The thing is that it doesn't matter. And then I go back to judgment and think that's the point. That is the point. You're getting involved with something that doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what people are saying, or one person in particular and what they're saying. If somebody is using information against you to cause problems, it's not going to stop the work and the progress that's already going in your life right now. But you have an intentional block. And the thing is I look at this and think, strength is trumping this. You know, it's like it's not even there. Look, you can try all you want, but no, you're not going to stop me from continuing what I'm working toward. It's like somebody trying to discredit you in some way. You know, but there's been too much hard work put into what you are trying to gain. You know, it may literally be like somebody trying to take you down at work, which can be the case for some of you, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But this should be a huge wake-up call for you in terms of what is standing in your path and what you do need to shut the door on. Yeah, your hopes and your fears, the Seven of Wands, yeah, you're going to be beating some people, aren't you? But you're doing it from a higher position, which means that you are not in the wrong here. And again, I go back to your oracle cards. It's not fair. It's not fair. And, you know, I'm trying to look at this from a perspective of not wanting, you know, karma and justice to immediately come in, right? Because it's not about that. It's about the progress that's been started, what you've been working on, and what you've been working on for yourself. Somebody else may not like that. They may want to stand in the way. They may want to cause problems. You know, it may be this competition fucking going on with you. But the thing is with the Seven of Wands, this is hoping that you're going to be able to stand up for yourself in a way where you cannot be knocked down from your position, and doing it from a place of strength, right? And not from a place of like the Five of Swords. So to me, this is saying that you're being dragged through the mud for nothing. And it's not right. It's not fair. It's not fair. But this is hoping that, you know, once you have said your piece here, that it can no longer stand in the way. This person can no longer stand in the way, whatever the situation is. Because this is intentional. I feel like this is intentionally meant to stop any progress that you've made. And that's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's not right. The Three of Cups coming out. I see this as a good thing. I see this as the support system that you need. The people that actually believe in you, they are going to stand strong by your side. You're not going to be left alone in this. It's like rallying up the troops. Like, really, you want to play this game? Let me get my friends involved. We're going to beat some ass, right? I've been watching too much Riverdale, I'm telling you. My kid, he always gets me into those shows. But I do. I feel like this is your support system coming through for a lot of you. So what I'm getting is that this is about a decision that you have had to make. It's about, my God, let me slow down. Let me slow down. It is about a choice that you've been avoiding because you knew it was going to be difficult, and you had to pull on your inner strength to make this choice to cut something or someone out. Because you can't ignore it anymore. It was like being forced to see, right? And then not only that, but judgments like, oh, you haven't seen all of it. It's coming up for a reason, right? So, and I feel like I almost want to say to the person that is hoping ill will towards Scorpio right now, this will never happen again. This will never, ever happen again. And for you, Scorp, this is closure on this situation once and for all. And you'll be able to move forward successfully, you know? And it's funny because I'm looking at Shiva. There has to be the destruction before we can see the new path, right? But it's interesting between judgment and the universe. But like I said, with the Two of Swords, there was the difficult choice here. And things are being said about it, which is what I don't like, right? And it's like somebody's really sweaty here for real, you know, but you're not going to let that get to you, right? You have peace. You have peace here with the decision that you made. It was difficult. But it was in order for, you know, things to start going in the direction that you needed it to. But again, with the Three of Cups, we're talking about celebration because something is coming to an end in a very successful way for you. And it has to do with conflict. The progress cannot be stopped. And you shouldn't allow anyone to make you feel like you need to change your course because they're not happy with what you're doing. It's not about them. It's about you. I'm telling you. Prosperity. and trusting your psychic knowing and tapping into your strength. Prosperity comes through the form of trusting what you know to be the truth. You know, and it's not about needing to explain yourself to anybody. Your own prosperity is what is more important here, because you've put in a lot of effort to get to where you're at with that Eight of Pentacles. And I'm telling you, it's somebody that just wants to cause problems. But continue to hold on to that inner strength. You know, you could be, for some of you straight up, you could be a psycho bitch about this, but you're choosing not to. You know, and it says a lot about your character, for real. But knowing the truth and trusting your intuition and your psychic knowing is what's going to bring up more strength for you to continue the progress that's been made. It can't be stopped. Like, I can't stress that enough. It can't be stopped. Especially for, like I said, those who are wishing ill will towards Scorpio right now. Know that this will come to an end in a way where Scorpio will be successful. And it will never happen again, ever. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own, right? It's about the way that you are treating yourself and the way that you act when it comes to situations like this. It will speak loudly, but you are expressing love in a way where you're not allowing this to push you in a very negative place, you know, very much the Phoenix here for sure. But this is about speaking in a way where you're speaking more lovingly to yourself and taking action in that way. But also, you know, your actions in this situation are going to say a lot about you. But if you're speaking from a place of love and understanding, that it's like killing them with kindness. Seriously. Whatever is standing in your way, Scorpio, it can't withhold, it can't stand. But it's happening, I think, to show you the bigger picture here with Judgment, so that you see what you have been missing about a certain situation or a person in particular. And I think that that is where the celebration is going to come through when you have that successful completion with the world.